What's going on, guys? Today we have an in-form review on none other than Firmino. So he has been in impeccable form recently. Big problem with this card is the fact that the UCL card for him is already an 87 rated and is about 50 to 60k cheaper. And also he did get a Footmas card. So anyone that's done that is probably better off because I think he is a little bit cheaper to do the Footmas. But yeah. So, going into this review, I thought, you know what, let's whack him in cam. You'll see as I go through some in-game stats and the tactics. I put him in cam. Personally, then what I did is I played a couple of games with him in cam. Did not enjoy it in the slightest. I thought, I don't know, I just didn't see him as much. He really didn't play very well as a cam, as I thought he might have done, just because the lack of pace and the high work rates. I thought he would be somewhat box to box to an element. I thought he might be coming back a little bit to grab the ball and then push forward. But in fact, actually, he plays so much better as a striker. I believe he got a good amount of goals, actually. He started off a bit slow for me. I think I needed to find his play. And after that, he just absolutely nailed it. So going into some basic information for him, I've already said he is high work rate. So that can be a bit of an issue already with the 78 pace. But to be honest, I didn't really find it too much of a problem. If you use your custom tactics to stay forward, stay back, whatever, I think he plays quite well. So he does have 4-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves, which is pretty nice as well. And obviously he starts off as a centre forward, so you can bring him into the centre mid if you want to in-game change, or you can obviously whack him up top with a 10 chemistry. So moving into a few of his top stats, we've already established his pace isn't that great at 78, not really amazing there. Shooting is actually quite decent at an 85. He has 89 attacking positioning, 89 finishing, only 82 shot power, not really a long shot with 77. Volleys are not too bad. And that is it for his shooting. Some of his passing, he's got 82 passing overall, 87 vision, which is actually really nice. Short pass is 88, so if you want to play them 1-2s, really decent at that. And then he does have 82 curve for some finesse shots, which, to be honest, are not the greatest, but they do go in. It is OP, so that's not terrible at all. Then moving into his highest stat of the card, and that is 87 dribbling. Probably his most actually standout stats, with 89 ball control, really nice, 88 dribbling and composure, which again is some of the stats I look for, as well as linking with the 87 reactions that he does have. Personally, balance and agility at 81 and 80 is not the greatest, but it works. His dribbling's really good, and I think that's probably what would appeal to me on this card, as well as if you go into the physical, he has 92 stamina, which is actually incredible, as well as 83 jumping. So stat-wise, this card's not terrible at all. I think the standout stats that really are the downfall is mainly just his pace, really. I think his shooting's decent, dribbling's decent, and some of his physical's not too bad. Strength is only 75, but to be honest, you can kind of get away with that. As long as you have your passing game on, this card is going to suit you down to the ground. I thought, looking at his game, I think his shooting actually is very decent, very pinpoint. Finesse shots are kind of a bit of a black area at the minute with this game because they're so good. It makes it seem that everyone's decent at them. Obviously, you look at the Hazards, the Neymars, the Ronaldos, they're going to be a little bit better. But actually, he was really good at it. I found the main thing for him was he was always there. As you'll see a few of the goals going through some of the clips, his reactions to being in that position was very good. He got a lot of tap-ins, which necessarily doesn't take anything away from the card, the fact that he didn't score these incredible bangers, to be honest, because I don't need that in every single player, because there's going to be players like, I have Ronaldo in the team, he's going to be scoring the bangers. I need someone, in case they don't go in, to make sure they're there, and this player actually works really well for that. I thought, looking at the 88, was actually a little bit better, only by a couple of stats, which, to be honest, is a bit poor, but obviously I don't think they were planning on getting an inform so close to Footmas. But nonetheless, I think this card is actually somewhat decent. Personally, I wouldn't pay $220 for him. I think I paid for him. That's probably just because it's the first day of release or second day of release when I got him. That really is going to up the price. So if he drops down below 200k, I'd say he probably is worth it. But overall, he probably wouldn't make my team. He may, I'd say he'd definitely make a Brazilian team. That's without a question of a doubt. He is a very solid striker. Slash cam centre forward, I think he still would work well, but he just didn't work in my team. So overall, I'm giving him an 8.2. I think that's definitely what he deserves. He scored a fair few goals for me. He is a really nice player, but personally for me, I need someone with a little bit more pace in there, and a little bit more, I don't know, a bit more about him. His agility wasn't great. He didn't feel totally solid on the ball, but his shooting when he did get in the positions was very nice. So, like you say, I'm giving him an 8.2. He's very good as a BPL team, and I think he would work wonders in other people's teams. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you smash down the like buttons. We're going to be bringing out more reviews coming very soon. As you can tell, Pereira and Digne was in this team as well. So their reviews will be coming very shortly. So make sure you give a like on this video. Comment down below if you want to see someone else. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you again next time. Peace!